Daily Talk Show.
It's the Daily Talk Show, episode 525.
It's weekend banter, and we've got Adam and Simon in the studio.
How are you guys?
It's just a single clap.
Yeah,
Thanks.
one.
I
No
just
clap from over here.
Let him clap. No, I say it. Josh claps. Thanks,
Nice little double hit there.
thanks mate.
People might know you as the duo from Gogglebox.
Yes.
A duo, not the duo.
The
Are
duo.
we the?
We're definitely one of them.
Yeah.
100% we're one of them.
You're
Yeah.
the only Adam and Simon
Yeah,
combination.
we're the
though,
only
right?
male duo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the best thing about having Simon as well is that his name is Symon,
Yeah.
so it immediately differentiates himself from us from every single other person in the world.
Except for Sandra Sully's husband.
His name's SY.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SYMON.
And there's
yeah.
a security guard who works at the Logies who's also Symon.
Yeah.
How
confusing.
did you find that out?
Well, because we
went to the Logies.
Yeah. Wow, now that you've been talking about it. No, because we snuck into the Logies one year.
Classic.
And then Sandra Sully came up and said, my husband's name is Simon with a Y. And there's a
Sandra is
security
so
guard.
nice too, isn't she?
She's the nicest person
Lovely.
in the whole world.
Mm.
Yeah. She was super nice. And then we all got a photo.
Did
Obviously.
it just go, my husband Simon, can we have a photo now? Is that how it went? Or is it
I was-
actual bit of banter?
I was a bit more baffled first. It was like, hey, my husband's name's Simon. I'm like, that's awesome. She's like, no, but
Yeah,
he spells it with a Y as well. I'm like,
yeah.
what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
And then I was talking to him and we were both very amazed that we'd met someone else. And he's a security guard. Every year I talk to him. We get a photo every year. You got to be in the photo this year.
Yeah.
Like, this is the best.
Your parents, have you spoken like the using the Y,
Yeah.
dropping the I?
Yeah.
What's
so
the deal?
just because they wanted to.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
Thanks, Dad. Yeah.
Was the irony is that your dad hates people who spell?
no, I hate
Oh,
that.
you hate it.
Yeah.
You hate Simons with an I.
Yeah. Well, I think Simon with an I is a bit silly.
It's a bit vanilla.
It's a bit boring, isn't it? Like, Simon's not like a real strong name to start with. And then with an I, you're like, ugh.
I know Michael with a Y.
Whoa.
I feel like that's very American.
See, but that I hate.
I think I call him Michael, which I don't know why.
Yeah, well, I
but
know.
just-
I can see why.
It's just the other Y.
Adam Uze, former Melbourne footballer,
Oh,
he's
yeah?
ADEM.
Yes.
Adem.
Yeah,
I didn't
but
know
I don't know
that.
if that's like Eastern
I think it's a
European.
cultural thing,
Yeah.
though.
Loved
yeah.
Uze. He was the gloves man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always,
Always
yeah,
gloves.
Always wore
Yeah.
gloves.
Yeah.
I'm worried about this banter. It's just
Footy
too strong.
chat. I was going to say, so the only thing worse than being on RBT
Yes.
Yeah.
is featuring on Gogglebox where they're watching RBT.
Yeah.
My wife's cousin, he was on it.
Yes.
Really?
You might. All I remember from watching the episode, because I didn't know you guys then. I hadn't connected the dots.
Yeah.
All I remember is him getting called a malacca
Yes.
by the Greek lady.
Yeah. Anastasia.
So I don't know if you threw out some malaccas as well. He was the guy that had the dog in the car,
Right.
and then he was just giving lip to the
Yeah.
copper.
Every RB.
Did you have a yeah.
Did you have a beard?
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Not
I
the one
remember.
who calmly accepted their punishment.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that's fair enough. I have done the wrong thing.
Yes, I have drunk a slab and I'm over. I probably
it's
shouldn't have done that.
It's the ultimate embarrassment, right?
Oh my
Like-
God. Just in case you thought that people weren't, maybe this will slip through and people won't
Yeah.
hang it on me. No, we're going to put it back on TV and people are going to sling.
And we'll put it on a different channel too, so more people are going to
Yeah.
see it. Yeah.
What do you think the deal is with release forms with that sort of thing? Like, are they having
Oh,
to?
yeah.
So
Surely, right?
I think I heard Josh Gibson, more footy chat,
Yeah,
but
footy,
Josh
yeah.
Gibson apparently was late to one of his first trainings and was speeding down the Eastern Freeway in Melbourne, and the cops
Great freeway.
Yeah, and the cops
Yeah,
pulled him
one of the
over,
best.
said you were speeding, and then they were filming Highway Patrol or something at the time, and he had to barrel the camera and say, "My name is Josh Gibson. I do not give consent for you to video me on this."
Did he know to just come out straight out the gates?
He must have.
Or do you think they said, mate, if we can use this unless you...
Is it like an opt-out sort of thing?
Yeah.
Like you're in.
It's on the
unless you tell
table.
us that
It's
you
on the
don't want
table
to.
unless you tell us it's off the table.
It's like border security. You know, you go through Melbourne
Yeah.
Airport and it
Yeah.
says you could be filmed.
So I would
Yeah,
just
so
start,
it must be an opt-out. It'd
if
have
you
to
do
be.
something wrong, just barrel the camera and be like, "My name is Adam Denson, and I do not approve. I approve of this one."
Well, you think about like all the current affairs, like the fraudsters and shit
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Surely you'd be like, guys, don't use that.
It's like,
no,
man.
they caught me. We have to use it. You know? It's like, we've got to do right by Tracy. They
I
put
mean-
in all the work.
The thing is, a lot of people want to be on telly. Like you guys
Yeah.
obviously thought, I'll audition for this show.
Yeah.
You know what the outcome will be if you get on it.
Yeah.
You're on telly.
Is that how it happens? You audition?
Yeah,
No,
what's the deal?
We were at the pub. We were at
Auditioning at the pub?
yeah.
Yeah.
We were at Turf Club in Flemington, which is now apartments. So
Yeah.
the place that we had a beer at is now no longer. And a lady came over with a clipboard. There was like 10 of us, 10 mates sitting around a table.
Yep.
Having beers on a Thursday arvo, and she said, "Oh, I'm casting for a show. I've been listening to you guys for a while." We said, "First up, creepy.
Yeah.
Really creepy.
You've also got
What's
a
the show?
clipboard." Yeah. And she said,
Get an iPad.
It was 2014. iPads weren't even a thing back then.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, the I'm casting for a show. It's called Gogglebox." Everyone's like, "That sounds terrible." And she's like, "No, trust me, it's really good. It's about people watching people watch TV." We said, "That sounds even worse." No, thank you.
Like this is the worst show on television. She's like,
And
no.
she said, no, trust me. Here's my email. Wrote it down. I put it in my pocket. We went out that night. I woke up in the same pair of pants that I was wearing from that day. Was fishing through my pants and was like, "Oh, it's that lady's email." Text all the boys at the table. They all said, "No thanks," except Simon, who said, "I'll do it if you do the work."
And to
As
this
in the
day-
admin?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm still the admin guy of our partnership.
Yeah.
Admin's bullshit, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Never done it.
That's fair, man. I respect that.
And so you emailed her and then
And then you do like a Skype interview and stuff, and
Okay.
then it happens.
Yeah.
Then they're all of a sudden like, yeah, they're in your house.
Do you remember what show you were tested on? Like, did they give you a first show that you had to?
I
do
remember
some
the
banter?
first one. They had the cards.
Yeah.
And they showed us like a pride flag.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then the next card was Kim Kardashian
Yeah.
And
And, the Real
then-
Housewives of Melbourne.
and Real Housewives of Melbourne. And they
Yeah.
were like,
It's
right,
like, talk about it.
here's a card. Go for it. Talk about
Okay.
it. And you just go for it.
so there was no stimulus from a TV show.
I just want to
being
make sure
shown.
you're not homophobic.
Not on the first.
Yeah.
Or that you are homophobic and they put you on TV and then get the light and shade. I don't know.
I this morning I downloaded Disney Plus.
Oh, I've heard a lot of murmurs
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it. Isn't
It's-
it suck?
Well, so
I mean, if Disney's a sponsor, you
Yeah.
guys, isn't
No.
Disney wonderful?
Yeah, what is Disney Plus? I don't
well,
even
so
know.
it's like think of Netflix,
Mm.
but if Netflix was owned by Disney and just had Disney content.
Which turns out Disney owns everything.
Well, there's
the Marvel-
The Simpsons is
Marvel
on it.
stuff.
yeah,
Is it?
Marvel and Fox. Yeah.
Didn't
'cause
they?
own
Haven't they
Fox.
just bought out like a Star Wars live action or something?
Yeah, and they own Star Wars.
yeah.
And they own everything.
There's a lot of stuff. Like it's not just like Aladdin and Lion King.
That's where the plus comes in.
Yeah.
It's Disney Plus.
Yeah, and and they have like Hannah Montana, which is probably obvious, but they've got a lot of content.
yeah.
And so this
Hannah
morning,
Montana on the Disney Channel. Shock.
no, but they so I got it. I have an Apple TV, so I like installed it and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then I decided to go to episode 1, season 1 of The Simpsons.
Oh, that's
Yes.
throwback.
Do you remember what happened in season 1?
No.
So I can't remember anything. I used to watch on Fox 8. Remember, like on Saturdays and
It
Sundays
was
or
like
whatever.
wall
Yeah.
to wall.
Yeah,
I wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons growing up.
really.
Yeah.
Christian upbringing.
No, because I thought I was Bart Simpson and then I'd just be a nightmare to my parents.
You thought that or your mum thought that?
Yeah, my mum thought that.
yeah,
And it was
yeah.
always on at 6 o'clock after the news.
Yeah.
So just before dinner. And then it's like, I'm like, eat my shorts, mum. She's like, what are you talking about?
You'd build a fucking
Yeah, got a
slingshot.
slingshot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
No, well, I was doubling down because I thought very rare to have access to
Yeah.
every season of every show that easily.
Yeah. How many seasons are up to now?
29.
Right.
Wow.
Is it
What's
still going?
crazy is Homer's voice changed.
Yes. It did.
really weird, but it went fucked up.
Yeah.
What the hell?
A lot
Yeah.
of the voices have
But
changed.
they've come back. I mean, is it still the same guy? 29 seasons later.
I've noticed Bart's voice is a lot brighter sounding. But anyway, the reason I bring it up is because I've got this notepad, and what I decided to do was, people do like morning pages and things
Yes.
like that.
What's
And so
that?
it's like just in the morning you write down your
Through
thoughts,
creativity,
like
bruh.
Yeah. Right.
You know?
Journaling thing.
journaling stuff.
mindfulness.
Channels the creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And so what I was thinking was having some stimulus and learning at the same time. And so I got this is a new book. And
Wow,
so
brand new.
because
I
the
like
thing
that book.
because the thing that I struggled with when I watched it as a kid was I was always envious of the people who could remember shit from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
And they would be like, oh, this reminds me of when blah blah happened. I can't remember any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was on my phone, episode 1 this morning. I was like, I'm not paying attention. I need a reason to pay attention. And
Right.
so
Were
here's
you
a-
on Instagram at the same time?
Yes. I was
But
posting
how?
on Instagram.
Did you say you're watching on your phone?
No, so I was watching on Apple TV.
He was on his phone.
I was on my phone.
while it was on in the background.
Well,
So
on.
I'm
what
with
I've
you.
called this is my Simpsons morning routine. And so I just did a little diary. Today I subscribed to Disney Plus. I was excited to watch The Simpsons. As I was watching the episode, one, I realized that I was multitasking and not taking it all in. How can I make sure I'm more present? My idea, create a routine where I watch one old episode and one new episode. In this book, I'll write down any learnings along the way and basic plot.
So you're starting from both your book ending,
Yes,
and then
so I'm
like
going to do an
meet in the middle.
episode
Oh.
one,
Later, yeah.
and then
Are they releasing new ones, or is it 29 in and
I'm not sure.
On a
So
break.
I'm just working from episode
you should know that
1
fact.
of 29.
If you want
Yeah,
to
I
know
think
about
there is more.
Simpsons,
There
okay,
is
yeah,
more.
yeah.
They're up to episode season 31,
And how,
and they're still releasing them.
and how many
Disney Plus.
episodes in? 1,000.
Well, my
No,
question
What
is,
channel is this
600
on?
and something.
Oh,
so
really?
if you're starting from end to end though,
Mm-hmm.
and they're still releasing new ones, so you listen to the most recent one.
Available on Disney Plus.
Oh, right. So the new ones aren't coming out on Disney Plus.
I'm guessing they are, but they've been sort of because I only see up to season 29.
Ah,
But
okay.
if you didn't know what happened on
Episode
F1,
1.
Yeah,
I
please
don't.
tell me.
it's season 1, episode 1, Simpsons roasting on an open fire. It's Christmas time. Homer and Marge attend the kids' school Christmas performance. Homer finds out he won't be getting a Christmas bonus. Bart gets a tattoo, and when Marge finds out, she uses all of their savings in a jar to have it removed with a laser. Homer can't bring himself to tell the family about the lack of bonus. He goes to a cheap shop to do their Christmas shopping. He then signs up to be a Santa. Whilst Homer is a Santa, Bart, unknowing that it's him, sits on his lap and pulls his beard. What do we think of content so far, guys?
When did the first episode come out?
yeah. No,
Because
it was about
the-
90.
1989.
1989, and they were
Yeah,
talking about
89.
removing tattoos with
Laser.
lasers.
It was a
That's pretty
single-
fucking phenomenal.
It's The Simpsons it's diabolical.
It's
how
like
much they know
everything
about
you've
the
done in
future.
your life. Yeah.
It's scary. They
They
just know
predicted
everything.
Trump was going to be president.
Oh, that's right. They did.
Yeah.
I think
I
we're.
had another 2 pages, but I won't.
No,
bother.
that's
Keep
right.
going. Keep going.
Also,
I think-
Keep going.
I was going to say what I like about that is it's probably gets boring from episode 2 onwards in terms of relaying it on the podcast. But first,
It really changes the mode of your pod.
yeah, I know. It's a Simpsons podcast. First episode of any old school nostalgic show
Yeah.
is quite interesting to understand. Where was the Fresh Prince of Bel Air?
Where did it come
What happened
from?
in first episode?
Friends episode 1, all the big ones.
He
Friends
goes
episode 1,
to Bel Air,
Yeah. Yeah.
which makes sense.
It's basically the episode of the story.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the theme song in a show.
It's the the themes. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's like you watch it and it's the theme song, and then you watch the episode and you're like, that was just the theme song. I
the
already knew
nanny
all that
named Fran.
information.
What about that?
Oh.
Fran Drescher.
How that starts.
Oh,
Maybe
she
it
gets
would
brought
be a
into the
great
house, I guess.
podcast, though. It could be called the
Episode
Pilots.
Oh, the
Episode 1 or the Pilots.
I like
Yeah.
the pilots. Yeah.
You meant to
He's
be on
been,
my
doing,
team.
he's been doing his morning pages, obviously.
No, well, I could just imagine there's a play on it. Like I could wear a plane hat, as in a
Yeah.
pilot hat.
Yeah.
uniform.
Episode 1, season 1, Gogglebox. Not 10 years ago. You don't
5
10
years.
seasons.
Five
Yeah,
years
5
ago.
years ago.
They cram it. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's solid. So
2 a year.
what? Still a lot. If you
Yeah.
know anything about behind the scenes of the show, there's a lot of work that goes in. But that's all I will say.
Yeah, not from us. Not from us. Pretty much looks like this.
What happens? The first episode comes out. You're thinking, "Fuck, this woman's told us it's going to be the best show."
Yeah.
Is it? What did you think when you first watched it? Did you watch it with all the 8 suckers that didn't apply?
We watched it. I watched it at home.
We
didn't
watched it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched it together at
There's an
Simon's.
Instagram picture of it.
We
that
filmed
is-
because we filmed the season 1 at Simon's parents' house,
Yeah.
where he lived at the time. He didn't live with his parents. He lived with some older housemates.
Older housemates and
Yeah.
a younger guy.
His brother. So
Okay,
he lived with his
yeah.
parents and his
Yeah.
brother.
His parents and my
And so we
brother.
watched it. We watched the first episode with them, and there's a photo of it from there, and we look like we're 15.
Yeah.
They're international version because we've got a bunch of international listeners.
Yeah.
Are there international versions of this?
Yeah, so the UK is the first one. So it started
That's
in the
the
UK,
biggest.
and that's the biggest. They're like season 20, I think.
Wow.
2022. And then in America, it's just called On the Couch.
But I think
That
it's
makes
canned.
sense.
I think it's canned now. There's
Yeah.
like one in Ireland. There's one in Denmark. They're sort of all over that. Europe has just gone like, bam, here's an easy, cheap format. Let's do this.
We can do this for sure.
I like that. I mean, that's a very American name on the couch,
On the
isn't
couch.
it?
Yeah, isn't it?
Why can't they go Gogglebox?
Yeah, just fuck the goggles. Just let's get on the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense.
No one knows what that is.
No one has any goggles on.
Yeah, no one's. They're
Oh,
not
yeah,
even wearing
goggles.
goggles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gargles.
It is
Who's
a
got their
little-
gargles
They
on?
take it too literally.
Yeah.
There's that's interesting how they change names of films in regions. So
Yeah.
America, there's a bunch of there's a few that I can't remember.
Sandlot is called the Sandlot kids
Yeah.
Yeah.
in Australia, I think, and just called Sandlot.
That's
Like
like
in the morning.
I was about to say the same
so
thing. The Morning Wars.
Yeah, Morning Wars with Rachel from
Rachel
Jennifer Aniston. So that's called the Rachel Grey.
So this is what's very confusing because I watched that whole
Yes.
season over the weekend. Noticed that it would change between the
Yes.
title and
Yeah.
the titles that were
So
baked into the actual show.
It's
Yeah.
now it's called the Morning Wars in Australia because there's a morning show TV show, the one that's after Sunrise, I think.
Yeah.
Is the
Yeah,
morning
sure.
show. So they didn't
Larry
want
Ender.
people to be confused with
Are
that.
people that fucking dumb?
That's actually the genuine
Yes.
reason why they changed it. It
Oh,
must
I've been
be.
watching the morning show. Oh, which one? The
Yeah.
Rachel Green one or the Larry Ender one?
I've been waiting for the weather.
I mean, yeah. Larry Ender, Jennifer Aniston.
I can't believe Larry did that.
Adam,
I haven't even spoken about mops.
your brother was on the block
Correct, twice.
twice.
And then he did Renault Rumble.
What the fuck are your parents thinking? Just like, Adam's now on a reality TV show as well.
Mum
Yeah.
loves it. Mum loves it. Mum would watch the show. Mum would watch Gogglebox 3 times a week. So it gets played on a Wednesday on Foxtel, Thursday on 10, and then she'll watch it on catch up afterwards. Because Mum and Dad live in Corowa, which is like 4 hours from here on the river, on New South Wales Vic border.
Oh yeah, that's where the year nines go for
Yeah.
like a month or for the whole term.
Timber Top.
Timber
No,
Top,
no,
that's it. That's it.
in Mansfield. That's
Is
long
it, it's
way
not
away.
Corowa. It's not the same. It's not the same area.
Corowa was where everyone goes on a summer holiday
Oh yeah.
at some point in
Corowa
their
was
life.
the birthplace of Federation, but that's for another. That's for another
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Is that where Federation University started? Or
No, it's in Ballarat.
Okay.
FU, the best name for it.
So they had the meetings in Corowa to decide that Australia would become one federated nation.
Why
Wow.
Corowa? Is that how you
Because
say
it was
Corowa?
Corowa.
Corowa.
With a C.
Corowa.
So there's a town called Cowra which gets confused, and we got Cowra's hospital because the state government allocated all this money for a hospital to go to Cowra, and they accidentally started building it in Corowa, and they'd already put the slab down, and they're like, it's too late now, guys. Seriously.
So good.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And so, what, is this where you grew up?
Yeah, so I grew up there till I was 19. I went to school in Wangaratta. I had to travel interstate every day to go to high school.
Do you listen to Star FM or
Yeah,
the
used
Sun
to.
FM?
Yeah, no, Star. We didn't get
Star.
Sun, that was more Shepparton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just Star FM 104.9.
Oh, the border. So that was Aubrey, taking
Yeah.
the feed from Aubrey.
Yeah.
Because Tommy did radio in Shepparton
Look, I don't want to mention it, but I did a
for
bit
multiple
of
years.
Did a couple of years
He's
in
big. He's a
Oh,
chef.
I think I had your brother on the show.
Probably.
It was 2015. When was your bro on?
No, he's done 3 reality shows. He would have farmed himself out to
2015,
every.
2015, 2016.
Yeah, that would have probably been Renault Rumble because
Yeah.
he did my 21st birthday. I spent at the Block Open House. What a guy! What a day!
Surely after 2 reality shows, you're just an actor.
Well, he did 3.
Exactly.
He did 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mum watches the show 3 times a week because she's like, "Oh, it's like you're in my lounge room. It's
That's
so
nice.
great." Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't have to call or anything.
I don't have to go back that often.
That's awesome. And so when you were seeing your bro on TV, were you thinking, fuck, I'd love to do that, but hadn't connected it to the.
Well, we actually watched an episode of him. He guest appeared on the latest season as well. So we watched it. Yeah.
Full time now.
He's just doing cameos. So we watched him on there, which was the first time we'd seen a clip of him on there.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I saw you said, did he bully you or something?
Yeah, he probably did. He definitely did.
Talking about cameos, have you been on that Cameo app? Has Marina from Cameo
no.
been contacting
Have
you? No, we got signed up by our mate Ryan John.
Yeah, it was a stitch out. No,
Has
it wasn't-
anyone? Have you done any?
No, we had it. It was on there for free. He set it up, and Mr. 97 left it open for free. So we got people asking us to tickle our
birthday
feed on
messages.
camera.
What is
Oh,
what
right.
is
Oh,
this?
right.
What is Cameo?
So,
Yeah.
so Cameo is an app for people who are in the public eye,
Yes.
like ourselves,
Yes. Yeah.
and people can request messages, and you set the price.
Ah.
Yeah.
So you guys could be
Sick.
like, for $100.
I'll send you Merry Christmas.
Yeah, but dude, there's a
do-
bunch that have made thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah, like
Because if-
Snoop Dogg's on it and stuff.
Think about it. If Snoop's just smoking a blunt and he's like, look at this cameo. Hey, dude, blah, blah, blah. Send. Hey, dude, blah, blah, blah.
Bang.
And send. And he's made, I mean, he's it's a bit silly for a guy like him who's making heaps of money anyway. But there is a bunch of comedians that it plays into their strength. Like they just talk shit and they're
Yeah.
just funny. And so they just rip into people or.
So you'd
Just
also
like-
be able
just
to do
make-
the same one over and over. Like you do one
Yeah.
to someone
Yeah.
who's in England, and then you do one to someone who's in New York, and
Yeah.
then you can do exactly the same
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah, super easy. Well, I feel like Peter Hitchener would be great at it, but I think he's
Yeah.
doing that shit for free. Seems like that kind of guy.
Yeah, he just seems like
Yeah.
a lovely guy who would just do your voicemail.
Have you been hit up to do any I mean, Cameo is one of those things. It's like a
Yeah.
bit different. Have you been hit up to do any kind of endorsements or unusual shit?
Ours is mostly, hey, we're finishing year 12 next week.
Yeah.
Can you say congratulations?
I mean, you don't get paid,
sure.
so you're just doing.
No.
You're
So
doing
we just
free
do it for
cameos.
free.
We're just doing free cameos.
It's charity
we know
work,
that we
boys.
could make money off this.
You're just doing charity
We're
work.
so rich.
No, we're doing. I mean, you guys can obviously tell, but we're doing Movember.
Yeah, we're
So
doing
we're-
November.
Oh, yeah.
So that's our endorsement.
It suits you guys so well that I didn't even pick up on it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just went hipsters.
Yeah, it's normal.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, this
Adams
is what they
is
look
kind
like.
of just blending in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's very
And
blonde.
You're Simon with a Y, so of course you have a Mo.
It'd be weirder if you didn't.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to keep
A
it.
Mo and a top knot.
Has Movember always been about mental health? I mean, I've just been
Men's
distracted
health.
by the
So
men's health.
Yeah.
I think it started as testicular health first.
Yeah.
And then they've kind of pivoted and tacked on
Yeah.
mental health as they've become more prevalent.
It started
which
in
is really
Adelaide.
good. Yeah.
Just a couple of blokes sitting around a pub.
Where all good mows start.
Yeah.
We're all good Mo's start, good Mo's and mullets.
And
So
because I saw you guys have nearly hit your target.
we're close.
Yeah.
We're very close. So we've got 1
then-
week to go.
People are more than welcome to donate. if
Yeah.
they like.
So it's mobro.co/Adam Simon. Thanks for the
Simon,
plug.
Simon with a
Simon
Y.
with a Y.
Simon with a Y.
Don't fuck that up. Can you check if there's a mobro.co,
Yes.
if there is an Adam and Simon with an I?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no, and just Adam Simon.
Adam Simon, check
Yep.
the I.
You'd
Yeah.
be
Because
the
we don't
only.
want those guys getting your donation.
Imagine they've got heaps of cash and we're like,
Yeah.
damn it.
It's the
could've
Corowa
been us.
Carawa.
We sent it to the wrong town. Well, are you the only Simon Lovett in the world with a Y?
No, well, apparently, because I just got an invite to a meeting at work from
Of the
like
Simons.
another person, like an outside person. And
Like an audit, what's going on?
Yes.
Redundancies? Or?
No, yeah, I was like, do I still have a job here, guys? We've ditched the other guy. No, but so, because we consult to this other company and the person who we consult to sent me an email inviting me to talk about something that I have no idea for. I called them and said, like, hey, do I need to be at this meeting? Because it seems very unfamiliar to
Can
me.
you talk about robotics
Like,
for us?
No, so someone has started at work with the same name, Simon Lovett.
Wow.
Spelt the same and everything.
Really?
I don't buy into it too much, but I got the wrong invite. So I guess there must be someone.
Are there
So
many-
she just types in SYMON and then I must be the
But it's not
autofill.
the,
So she just
surely
enters.
it's not the same Simon
It
spelling.
cannot be the same
no,
last
that's
name.
impossible. Have you guys got your own .coms?
Nah.
No.
You
You guys
should.
have your .coms?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
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 You
Are
got
you
it,
the only
definitely.
Tommy Jacket in the world?
And
In his
second
mind.
cousin of my dad's is Tom Jacket,
Yeah.
Right.
but he's old and doesn't care about social media. So technically, I
have you got the
only-
.coms and the .aus and the
I
orgs
had the
and everything?
.com.au, but I was like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck it.
I got
just
rid
keep
of the
.com.
.aus.
Just
Yeah.
keep
Yeah.
the
Keep
.com.
the big one.
Yeah.
We're international.
Yeah. Big
know?
time.
When was the
Big
last
time.
time you .au'd anything? When you're putting it into a search bar?
News.com.au.
Yeah. Well
Because
played.
I
That's
guess-
just on your autocomplete. That Simon's like daily check.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's in my daily routine.
The thing is, that for businesses in Australia, it helps having .com.au
yeah, it's good
because
for
it's
search
Well, it's good for
Yeah.
SEO, but they've just released .au as its own domain.
So it's just
So
.au.
you could, I
So I
could
mean,
get
Josh
Josh
.au.
Jansen.au.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
People are very upset because it's a bit of a money grab because you
Yeah.
imagine everyone's got to secure their domain name. Like if you've got a business, it's like I just need to get the
Yeah.
.au.
Who gets that money?
I
That's
think
what, it's like GoDaddy and stuff, but like where do they buy it
so
from?
the .au.
so I
You
can.
need an ABN to get one, so you can
Yeah.
get like a .me, which is for some country.
Yeah.
So is there something to do with the
Yeah,
country?
so
Mr.
there's a-
97 is probably
so
across
it's
this.
or AU. What is it called? 97. What's the governing body? So all of them.
AU Domain Administration.
Yeah, but who gets the money?
Oz domain, yeah.
So there's a like each government. I believe that because
Has a department.
.tv
Oh, yeah.
.tv is an island, like a random island, and luckily they just got
TV.
.tv, and so they're now
making bank.
Hollywood. You know,
So
They're making bank on the internet.
used to be a personal trainer, boys.
stop bragging.
No, sorry. A couple of years, 8 years actually. One of my clients has moved back to the NZ, and now he's the boss of .nz.
Oh.
So he's this. I don't know. I found him on, but I could ask him, where's the
yeah,
money
but
go?
then like
I'm sure we could Google
they
it.
the
It'd
top
be
of the-
easier for
yeah.
you.
are they the top of the
TV.
tree?
Who?
Like the .nz company?
What
Like
do you mean?
are
No,
they
so
the
that's
ones-
so it's a government.
So the government would own it, and then
Right.
they would, then like GoDaddy would buy it off.
What I'm
and then
asking is
you'd
who
buy it
owns
off
the
them.
internet?
It's a good
Dunno.
question.
And who is
Yeah.
their cable
Mark
running
Zuckerberg,
from
isn't it?
Australia across the sea?
There is.
That blew my
Yeah.
fucking mind when I
Yeah.
heard that.
That's how it
Yeah.
works.
How deep is that thing?
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
it just as a float?
Yeah, what is that?
And there must be some form of moving, you'd think.
So
Oh, no,
he
it
said- he
doesn't-
looks like he
definitely
wants to
doesn't
chime
float.
in. Young mate wants to
Doesn't-
chime in.
So I've just found you can spend 185K and you can get your own dot whatever.
Well, we can't get .tv. That's taken.
Yeah.
No, but you
But
could,
you
you
could
could
get-
do dot Tommy.
Ah, so you can get Tommy.
Tommy Dot Jacket.
I nearly
Ooh,
got
that's
Josh.travel for $350 a few years
Because
ago.
he's a travel guy.
Seems like the price has gone down a bit.
Were you thinking just travel? You were just going to go full Katrina
Travel
Roundtree?
vlogger.
Well, no, I just felt I wanted a Josh dot something.
Yeah.
And I remember sending this real arrogant email to the guy that owns josh.com.au. Just been like, mate, you don't need this. But I do. Which is so arrogant, isn't it?
And what did he
It's
reply?
the best. Pardon?
What did he reply?
He replied nothing. He must get that shit all the time.
I mean, it's a power move. The guys who own Dropbox.com
Yeah.
rocked up to the guy's house who previously owned Dropbox.com.
Whoa.
And he's like, I want it. I need it. And then he kept on following up and ended up buying it for a couple $100,000. They offered him equity in the company.
you fool.
And he said, nah, I want
You
money.
fool. Always
Fuck
say
that.
yes to
That's
equity.
actually-
No, unless you're Fitbit is sort of
I mean, they just sold.
Yeah, or MySpace.
yeah, I mean, yeah. But I actually,
Even MySpace, you still make money.
but look
Not
at
anymore.
if you look at the equity of Dropbox, is Dropbox like
Yes,
a real?
dude. They make a lot of
They've
money.
been making heaps.
Dropbox, look up
Stats.
the...
On what?
Subscriptions because you need bigger.
Nah, they've locked you in. You've filled your drive and you just need to
Yeah.
keep paying to access
You need
your-
like a bigger iCloud.
Why isn't there a good one? Like I feel like Dropbox, Google Drive, they've all got their quirks.
I reckon Drive's the best
Drive's
one.
good.
Dropbox stinks.
Yeah, well, because it does all that stuff.
What
where
does it
it's-
smell like, do you reckon? If it actually had a scent.
It would be cardboard. Like it would be very
yeah,
cardboardy.
new,
It's
like,
cardboard.
but shit.
And just with a bit of burnt brown rice sprinkled over the
Yeah,
top.
it's just the user experience horrible. My new word UX. There you
It
go.
happened.
User experience.
The
I'd say it
the
all the time.
Dropbox story happened on a TV show called The League. Have you seen it?
No.
So it's like
They talked about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they did a similar thing. So it's a comedy show about these guys who run a fantasy football league, and one of the guys is like the stupid guy, and he's like the guy who can't, who if he had another brain cell, it'd be lonely, and he is there. And he buys cowboys.com. And because it's about American football, he buys cowboys.com. And Jerry Jones comes to buy the domain name off him, and he refuses to. And Jerry keeps upping it and upping it and upping it. And he sells it for like $6 million or something.
Have you ever?
Is it real or not? Is that
No,
real?
it's a
Fake,
TV.
fake.
That's why I can't watch TV.
No, I don't know what's
The whole
real,
Goggle
what's
box.
not. You got me.
Have you guys ever bought a domain name?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So we, do we talk? Yeah, we'll talk about it. We're going to start a website
Subtle.
that was called The Uneditorial. And so it was like, kind of like, the Players Tribune.
No.
Seen that?
So it's like a website where sports people write articles. So if someone gets traded, they might be like, oh, thank you to Atlanta. You've been awesome. And I became who I am because of you guys. But it was
It was like
that.
Medium, but only for athletes.
Yeah, and like long
Yeah.
form stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so very like personal things. And then we were like, oh, let's just do this for celebrities.
Yeah. So we're going to call it the Uneditorial.
And how far along did you get?
We bought the domain name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got the
perfect.
domain
Step
name.
one.
Started the website.
Business cards.
Business.
You got business cards?
Yeah, we got
Did you
business
really?
cards.
I have
got one in
500.
Yeah.
Haven't given one away.
Does mum count?
Yeah.
Check out this guy's. She wanted 3.
I still got the extra one on the box that shows you what you've got.
Yeah. And in the box, I'm like, oh, now I know what's in there. Don't need to open it. It's fine.
And when did it just fizzle out, or what was the?
Too much admin.
Yeah, we were kind of, it just became very, well, it wasn't too difficult, but then we just weren't kind of allowed to progress it as far as
We also
would
needed
like.
we needed 2 people worth of admin, and I contribute 1. And Simon was like, "Well, I've only got 50% in me, so we failed."
Yeah.
I get that.
I
On
know
the-
a guy.
Yeah.
on the Dropbox thing, they were criticized because they were basically buying out, like booking this soccer field. Like so locals couldn't
Dropbox were?
Dropbox. So the Dropbox team, they were like, they worked nearby this soccer field, and they're like, oh, would love to play at lunchtime, but these kids are always using it. And so they fucking contacted the council and was like, hey guys, we want to pay to rent the space.
Yeah.
And so they kicked all the kids off. It became a big deal.
Money can get you anything, can't it?
Well, that's what we feel like. Being in LA, it did have that
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
You could spend cash and you could get anything.
Yeah. How long were you guys there for?
Couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's
Did you, what was one thing that you would spend cash on to get when you were in LA? Where you're like, right, we've just got to.
Oh, like as a convenience.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, that's a good question.
Or if you wanted to get into somewhere or
Yeah.
Oh, we spent because it was a work trip. Like I've been there.
So everything
Just
was
put it all
expensive.
No. We were
Other tax office
we were trying to budget. I've been loose over there with a credit card before where you're buying clothes and shit.
yeah.
But we didn't really, it wasn't that kind of a
We
trip.
didn't buy any. I didn't bring anything home with me.
What was
Yeah.
the worst part of the trip? I don't care about the best part.
The worst part. Oh, yeah, that's a good one too.
What
do you
about
reckon?
Mr. 97? You got
Yeah.
something over there?
Yeah, what do you reckon the worst part
The
was?
worst part. I mean, it wasn't great seeing all the
Homeless.
the
Yeah,
homeless on the
yeah,
street.
there's a
It was a
lot.
bit.
I was
What
looking for
about
more
was it-
experience.
What
than
about
I
when
was
Tommy and
down.
I? What about when Tommy and I called each other?
yeah, that wasn't great.
But that was at the end.
Yeah.
And we're
But that was-
fine.
yeah, that's fine.
That's right. Almost
We're going
home.
home, yeah.
Yeah.
The
We made it the whole way too. Final day. So annoying.
It was like a couple hours left.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. We were filming like we'd do 3 episodes a day or something, and
Full week.
we got out of the car and we came inside, and I had the camera in my hand, and it was dark. I had the key as well, so I'm like, okay, if I can put the camera down here, open it, and then we went in, and then we came out to go for dinner an hour later, and I'd left the camera on the ground, and it's
But
just like
97 cannot be cool about anything. He has to overreact.
yeah.
Kidding me? Yeah, I'm like,
But I
what-
think
what's
you
happening?
can just get lucky, right?
Yeah.
I think that we just got lucky with that.
That it
We-
didn't get
went,
stolen?
Yeah, it went seamless. The
I
trip
left-
was mostly
yeah, yeah.
seamless.
I left a camera on the on a bus in Switzerland and got it back as well. The Swiss, mate. The Swiss are the best people
Honest.
ever.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a bus that
Anyone call you a
on the
Gotta
like
come on one of our trips.
on the above bit, that like bit above the seats.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
the above bit. It was in
God.
there.
yeah.
And someone went like had found it and then came back 2 stops because we got off and came
Whoa.
and found me.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
the Swiss.
incredible.
Sophie Monk just posted a photo recently where it was a PAP photo of her at the airport, and she said the only reason I remembered I left my laptop on the plane was from this PAP photo. Because she's like doesn't have it in her hand, and she must have had the.
Well,
Oh,
I
no.
I actually deconstructed a little bit more because she said that. She said the only way I worked out that my
Yep.
laptop was on the plane. I think what may have happened, because I straight away went there, same as you, but I think what happened was she worked out that she didn't have her laptop. Then she was like, where did I leave it? And then she looked at the photo and was like, it was gone.
How quick did the PAP photo go up?
Yeah.
Must- I mean, if you're calling them,
Yeah, right.
have you guys ever been papped?
No.
No. We've been to a few like events and
If
we
there's
get
a media wall that is not papped.
Yeah, no, and this is, I'm going to give you the context. We will get like an organised photo on a media wall that
Yeah.
you will never see again.
Ever.
So like people are there to take photos of you standing in front of a wall and
What happened to
pictures
the
of us will just
MTV
never
photo?
get published. No way.
Oh, I mean, so these events just have a folder somewhere.
Getty
Probably
Images or
Dropbox.
something?
Like in a Dropbox somewhere.
This is where
it's
Dropbox
sitting
is
there.
making their money.
It's just unused celebrity photos. Just event photos.
I would like that photo though.
We went to an MTV event the
Yeah,
other
what
day.
was the event?
It was
Was it-
unplugged.
So it's, you know, the
Oh.
famous Unplugged. They've been
Yeah.
doing it for
Who
years.
played?
Who played?
Courtney Barnett.
Ah,
good
Paul
unplugged.
Kelly was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great. Sort of the Arbory. No. Is it the Arbory?
don't know.
Next to the river.
No,
the river?
no. I'm thinking the Avery. I don't know. It's in
I think
north,
it's Avery maybe.
north
The
side.
Avery, like around the corner.
Coburg. It's in like
Oh, it's new.
out that way. It's
New place? They just
no,
opened
it's
it?
like down an alleyway. And anyway, it's like an open roof. It was sick. And so she played, and we were there, but we got a photo when we walked in.
Yeah,
But
nice.
I was thinking, where is this going?
Where does this go?
Hopefully
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the
She has a good
social pages.
Song called Depreston.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's very funny because we were there for Visit Victoria. They'd invited us or whatever.
Yeah.
And Visit Victoria had collaborated with MTV on it. And you listen to the Depreston lyrics.
I'm never going there ever.
It's like,
Guys, I need to leave Victoria right now. This place sucks.
it's just sort of like bopping along, loving it.
Smoking
Sort of,
bongs in Preston or something like that. That's sort of
looks like a nice house.
mattress out the front. Yeah.
Good
so
song.
you guys actually have jobs outside of your reality TV
Real
appearance.
jobs.
Yeah, professionals. So we're both physios.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we met. So we met at uni doing physiotherapy, and now that's what we do full time. So
I like it because you're not. Someone's phone's going.
Is that
I
yours,
think
TJ?
that's
Could
my
that be your
ringtone.
2 hour?
I don't, mate. My phone doesn't work. I can't put an alarm on.
Oh, here we
Sorry,
go.
guys, this is my first.
Don't you know?
Is that a Christmas tune? I fucking hope not.
That's my
Can you
nap
tell
alarm,
it's my
like,
first guest appearance on a podcast?
Yeah,
Turn the phone off.
yeah.
Come
Has
on,
that
mate.
happened during the filming of Gogglebox?
My mum called.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So we just
Simon's
answer
mum
it.
called. Yeah. I mean, we filmed for a fair bit of time. in
Yeah.
Be
the show.
careful, mate, with what you're saying.
Someone
It's a
listening.
bit too much.
But the breaks are so quick
Yeah.
that we could be on the phone for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Did it ever make it in?
No.
I think my mum got on there once.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah.
And she loved it. She was like,
So
look, I'm
Maybe
in my
you're
own lounge
Porter
room.
H or something like that. Yeah.
Adam, your brother's a professional actor, been on many
Cameo
reality shows.
specialist if anyone's looking for it.
Is that his job?
No, he's a plumber.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
good that you've got trades. Like, I think there's a bunch of people who would be trying to get on reality shows that are just
Yeah.
like, I'm done with that shit.
Yeah.
I'm done with my physio.
I
I'm
think
just
that's-
being a flat out reality star.
It definitely removes a lot of pressure. So you
Having a real
because you're not,
job.
yeah, because you're not like fully invested. Like you're not just banking on this having to work,
Yeah.
which I think probably happens. Definitely would happen to people where they're like, all right, this is it, and that's where they push really hard. And I reckon that's probably where maybe a bit of oversaturation happens. I don't know.
How many opportunities have come, do you think? Or are you just pretty focused on being a physio
Yeah.
and doing the fun stuff on the side?
I think it's probably changing a little bit. So we're probably going more towards. You get to do fun stuff. It's fun.
yeah.
Like being on the show, people will ask you to do stuff, and you're
Your
like,
bosses roll
okay,
their eyes.
sure.
I feel like if I was a physio and I was
Yeah.
legit and I had a team member
yes,
that I was managing that
Yep.
was doing this fucking silly TV shit,
yeah.
is there any sort of friction there, or is it
My
quite-
boss loves it.
Yeah.
He reckons it's
Brings-
hilarious.
gets around it?
Yeah. Yeah, and it actually brings people in. So
Well, you might suck at your job, but geez, I'll come and
Yeah.
see him because he's funny.
Has he offered you equity?
it's like stick around, mate. Stick around. Because there's like a whole Essendon bubble. That's where I work in Essendon. So there's this thing called the Essendon bubble, which I'd imagine would be in every part where it's like
Well, there's like the
Everyone
Brighton
just
bubble.
talk-
That's
exactly.
another
There's
one.
Puckle Street,
yeah,
headquarters.
exactly. So and then everyone kind of talks to each other. So people will walk in and say, like, I'll be treating them like, "Are you the guy from Gogglebox? Is he here?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's here. He's definitely here. He definitely
He's
works in
here- he's here a
100%." They're
lot,
like,
yeah.
"Ah, cool. Is that weird working with a guy from the TV?" I'm like, "I do it every day. It's pretty normal."
The best is that guy when you were treating him and he was like, "Oh, that bloody shit Gogglebox. They'll put anything on TV these days." Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't normally do realignments, but I fucking saw your neck out.
I didn't think I was in Cairo.
Yeah, broke his neck. Do you think that you could tell someone's issues with their walking based on the sole of their shoe?
That's probably podiatrist,
Yeah.
but you get an idea.
Yeah, I could definitely figure something out.
Because I was looking at my shoe and look at
What
how
have you
much.
got?
Oh, you're
worn-
saying where
Nah, that's
where
good.
the wear is.
That's where you want it to be.
So it's at the sort of
Yeah.
Are you giving out free
at the-
advice here? Because I'm not
This
giving
is
out free
great. No,
advice.
this is great.
Yeah, I'm okay. I do for cameos for free.
What
I'll
can you
do this for free
tell
as
from
well.
this thong?
Bad.
Bad. Oh, that's not. What's it look like at the bottom?
It's fresh. I haven't
Yeah, it
worn
looks
them much.
pretty new.
Yeah. What is that?
He's worked out they're pretty new.
He's good, this guy.
He's
Very
spot on.
good. What's the first question you ask someone when they come in, a patient? What's
How
your
you going?
standard? How you
Yeah.
going?
How you
Yeah,
going?
yeah.
How's your day?
What's the second one?
What hurts?
What hurts?
I
Oh,
go,
that's a good
what
one.
brings you in today?
What brings you-
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you looking for the pain being a signal that something else? Is it always like, oh, my lower back's like, it's your shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And
You're
they're like,
always
fuck off, it's my back.
It's like,
My
it's
lower
definitely
back.
my back.
Fucking kill.
It's 100% my back.
I mean, the what brings you in today is quite universal. You could work at a TGI Fridays. with that
Exactly
one.
right. Mate, I'm just keeping
You say
my.
what hurts. I actually just wanted the burger.
Wait, I don't get onion rings from here.
I'm keeping my job options open so that I can be like, what brings you in today? Like, you guys could have started with that today. I'll be like, you asked us here.
Well, I opened with beers.
Yeah,
Beers
I had
is good.
very
2
generous.
10-packs of some nice beer cans.
That was a really good start.
Moondog.
Really good start. Have
Great
you guys
beer.
been to Moondog World?
No, my
What's
Moondog
Moondog? It's like M&M World?
It's epic. I've stopped drinking this year, so I've,
Oh, how's it going?
yeah, it's great.
I've started.
Josh has started.
Just to get
yeah,
you
it's
up.
great,
Asking
but I
about
can't
it.
go to Moondog World is just like
It's a bit lost on you.
It's
Yeah.
made for drinking. My wife was actually there with my son, our son, and he threw something into the lagoon. So it's like this
Good
epic
on him.
indoor.
What does that mean?
So there's literally, it's a shed, huge fuck off shed, and there's like legit lagoons,
Yeah.
like fountains, and then like sunbaking areas with no sun.
What makes it
coming
a
in.
world? What do we think? Like, where's the line?
Oh,
It needs
20,000 square feet.
Yeah, I think it's based. Isn't it supposed to be like a theme park? Like a. I mean, there's no roller
It's
coasters.
not. It's not Duff World.
Yeah.
Well, that was sick.
There's a
you'll-
battery world
He's not
in
up to that
Queensland.
he's
episode
not
yet.
Battery world is in like.
full breakdown of Duff World.
Yeah, yeah. When you get
See,
there,
this is the
But,
thing.
then,
I
but when there's
can't-
like a pool lagoon in the middle, when Tommy talks about the lagoon, it's like what 6 inches deep or something.
you say
I- I-
yeah, but
16?
still,
6
you could
inches
drown.
deep.
in it.
6 inches.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
not
so it's-
impressive.
No, it's not
But it's like,
impressive.
we've got a pool, we've got a lagoon,
But
and
it's wide.
It's huge, yeah.
You definitely don't want a deep pool when there's drunk people.
No,
around.
they've got so many beers on tap. It looks great. I want to get in there in the summer. I can drink again next year.
Ah, why next year?
When's your like? Is it midnight 2020?
Yeah, I reckon I'll push it out to maybe the second or third, where I
Okay.
might have a first drink, second or third.
Just what's the first drink? How's that going to
yeah.
look?
What are you gonna have?
So we're driving back from Sydney. There's a great place to stop in this little town. We
Is it
randomly found
Kiowa?
it one.
Dog-
no,
dog-
it's,
dog on a
Okay.
tucker box.
It is on the way back.
nah, it's not as far as Dog at the Tucker Box. Close to Sydney, 3 hours out of Sydney.
Right.
And,
Submarine. Is it?
I
Canberra.
can't remember the name of it. but
Sizzlers.
We literally stumbled upon it one night. We were doing the phoning ahead to find a place
Oh,
for us
wow.
to stay.
Do you remember Dick Smith did a big campaign maybe about a year and a half ago where he was like, don't use the website, call up your hotel.
I love it.
Really? No.
Yeah.
He reckons you can get a better deal.
Right.
It's a bit annoying
Yeah.
traveling and trying to do that.
How much is your time worth?
Exactly. That's a good point. Bring it up with Dick.
What's Dick up to?
Dick, you're a billionaire.
Yeah. It's also very easy to make those. Like it's fine, guys. You'll save a bit of money. It's like, yeah, Dick, you're worth heaps of cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've probably got someone who calls for you.
Yeah, he's got a PA.
Yeah.
He owns the hotel.
So yeah, it's this little place. Stay in the shitty accommodation,
Goulburn.
but there's this really nice. No, it's not as far. It's near little bit closer to Sydney than Goulburn. We're nearly
This
there.
is like the subway. Channel.
We're nearly there. Anyway, so there's a great place
Was
that
it
has an
ranch
outdoor,
sauce? Ranch sauce?
great outdoor area.
It's the same.
What's that? What's the ranch sauce?
It's a
Marinara.
We just did
reference
on
to
our
Simon.
on our show.
They got a podcast.
We just got the guys to guess what Subway I ordered because I'm on a fast food ban.
What do you reckon? Looking at Simon now, what do you reckon? He had a foot long Subway,
Yeah.
and so
And you're on a fast food ban.
yeah.
Oh, you've
It
tried
was-
to blow out.
It was 10
You've
o'clock
gone-
at night.
Yeah, you've gone some fucking
Gone from work, yeah.
steak, Philly steak style shit
I
with
would've-
cheese
yeah.
and like it's got a lot of sauce and
You
it's
should
shitty
never
for you.
never do meat at Subway is my rule.
Really?
That's how you shit your pants. Yeah.
Interesting,
All right, mate.
Well,
Well,
just
just
like
like-
a man who's got
well,
experience.
Yeah. No, well, they're just anything that's got the grill lines painted on.
Yeah.
And then they put it in the microwave.
That's my style. Chicken fillet.
What did you?
Yeah,
so
that's
what did you
exactly
get?
what it is.
Yeah, I got rye, full on rye, because
Yeah.
that was the last bun, sure, that he
Yeah,
had.
yeah, yeah.
And
Sweet
then
bun.
Subway. Last
What's
sub.
it? The last sub. Yeah.
Bar sub.
And then chicken fillet, lettuce, tomato, heaps of spinach.
Any jalapenos?
Marinara, no.
Olives?
No.
We had
no.
lettuce and spinach. Do you don't think that's overkill?
Yeah,
don't never
what,
used to have
cost lettuce
spinach back
and
in the
then
day.
spinach.
Yeah, well, just whatever lettuce. I think it might be an iceberg.
There's definitely not having cos.
Yeah,
There's
cos is too
iceberg for sure.
expensive.
Do you know-
Icebergs, bang for buck.
I think they need to change the way that they put the tuna on. Using
I've
a
never had
fucking.
tuna.
I've never
It's not
a
your problem.
sandwich-
It's not your problem, dude. You
Why?
don't order meat there.
It's an ice cream scoop.
It's not a problem for you, so
No, I
don't
do
even
now.
stress it.
No, we In and Out happened,
Oh,
and so I did 4 weeks of being veggie after I
Yeah.
watched that doco.
Yeah,
Game
right.
Changers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Bandwagoners. I mean, game changers.
Yeah.
And so I gave it a go.
bandwagoners.
No, I gave it a
cows
go.
eat grass. We should just eat grass. Cut out the middleman.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
No, I get what you mean. The scoop, the fucking. You
yeah,
like
it's
the
an
ice cream
scoop,
scoop.
yeah,
scoop.
leave scoops for Messina, not fucking tuna. It doesn't make sense. And so, I don't know how we got there.
Yeah, I don't
Because
know.
I want to hear the rest of your story. So you were driving back from.
Yeah.
This is
You
going to be
went
your
to the
first.
It's
place
near
Yeah,
Goulburn,
Goulburn.
but it's not Goulburn.
Yeah,
No, it's
and
closer
so we
to Sydney.
found this place, and it's awesome. And then as we've gone back every year, because my wife lives in Sydney, we drive up most years around Christmas. We stop at this place and we stay. And then this sick pub has been resurrected. It was this old school joint, and so now it's got this beer garden,
Is it
playground
Yass?
area.
The Catamoga pub.
Not as far. No, not as far. Not as far as
That's
the cat.
Edamoga.
Edamoga pub.
That's near Albury.
Yeah, yeah. It's actually way
the
away.
cartoon one.
Fuck. What is it? I'll get. I wish if I had my phone, I'd be able to find it.
Do you want me to call you? My phone's.
That won't
phone-
help.
All right,
My
so-
swipe
also-
screen's gone.
Yeah.
So I cannot open, like, I've hard reset, won't open. So I can't.
He
I've
has
got
to go to a genius.
I go to
bar.
the genius.
That stinks. Can't book an
There-
appointment though because
yeah.
your phone doesn't work.
No, I did it on my.
I was going to say you have to book
iMac.
way ahead because I went there being like, oh, I'm only going to have to wait 15 minutes for a genius appointment. And they're like, yeah,
No.
there's one next Tuesday.
Where'd you? Which one?
Shoppo went to
Oh,
Doncaster.
Doncaster. Mate,
Yeah.
we talk a lot about Shoppo here.
Dude, I got into Shoppo for $3.05 today.
Who went on a date with?
Oh, that
Oh,
was,
that was
yeah,
I took my wife to
To
shop.
Shopper.
Yeah, on a date.
to
Shop
athlete's
itself.
foot specifically.
Kids off.
You ever been to?
Left
I've
your
never
kids
been
off.
to Chatty. I've never been to
What,
Chatty.
really?
Yeah,
It's the
never.
biggest shopping centre in the
lived-
Southern Hemisphere.
They just put a hotel in.
It's so big.
Yeah.
I've never been.
It's overwhelmingly big.
Yeah. It's sick though. It makes you feel like you're in Singapore or something. Like it's
does,
of that
yeah.
level
Right.
Yeah.
where they're spending
Like
billions of dollars.
Dubai or something.
Yeah. I heard with Chadston, they actually own not three blocks, but 3 rows of houses around. So the whole Chadston shopping centre will then own the houses that are next to it for 3 houses.
It's like
in.
Lindsay Fox in
Whole
Portsea,
way
who's just like
around. Oh,
buying
yeah.
everything out.
I wonder
There's a
if-
Gandel family, I think it
Yeah,
is.
he also owns Point Leo Estate, that like big winery and art place on down in Flinders.
Yeah, that's sick.
He owns that too.
Who's that? Lindsay Fox or Gandel?
Gandel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mr. 97 got some presents because it was his birthday while we were away. Where did your mum go?
Shopper
Yeah. What store?
at Milligram.
Milligram. Do you guys know
What is
Milligram?
that?
No, sounds
It's the
nice.
best stationery store there is.
Ah, okay.
97 actually brought in, what are they called?
What'd you get? Pen?
Better than typo?
I got it's
One of
it's
those
more
rubbers
prominent
that
than
come out
typo.
Typo. You piece of shit.
Hey, my sister-in-law used to be the visual merchandiser for that.
Beautiful stores. Visually beautiful. Product interesting.
Do you want these?
Yeah.
What is it?
Did she work in Geelong? Cotton On?
No, she's not anymore. She
catch.
has design school, which is opposite you
Whoa.
guys.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay. So
What is it?
So these are
Staples.
Japanese incense sticks
That's nice.
and a holder. And so this was given to Mr. 97. Why did you bring it in today?
Because I wanted to make the studio smell nice.
What does it smell like, guys? Does it smell like barley or something?
It does smell, yeah.
So
I have a
It could be
terrible
the
sense of
thing that's
smell.
in front of you that smells. Because I
Whoa,
smelled it. I thought it was a
It smells like
bushfire.
licorice.
Too-
It's a bit licoricey.
yeah, aniseedy.
Yeah.
It was going earlier, but
Yeah.
it has gone unless it's just our nostrils.
Smells like ouzo.
It doesn't smell like that
Yeah.
anymore.
It smells fresh though.
That is real good.
But Milligram is great.
Do you keep it in the box because you're trying to preserve the scent? 97.
Yeah, well, because when you light them, it doesn't actually smell like that.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
an
I'm saying.
absolute scam.
Ah.
It's
Well,
not a
it's
scam.
absolute
Let's
scam.
not. Milligram's a great company. and so typo, by the way. Mix them up
Yeah,
with someone
great
else.
visual merchandising.
It's beautiful.
What's your favourite food establishment at Shoppo? At the food court there? A lot of options.
Well, I actually haven't. This was like the second time I've been to Shoppo.
Really?
I haven't been there that often.
What'd you think?
It was big and overwhelming. I just need the.
I mean,
Do you know what I
you
mean? I
don't just want to be big and overwhelming.
I
You
need
don't
the
want to go to
screen.
Chadston then. You'll
That's
it'll
big
blow off.
overwhelming.
I need the screen where I'm like, you're searching for this store, and so
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like,
What were you looking for? Do you remember?
looking for the Genius Bar.
Yeah, the iPhone.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, and then I was looking for Lotto because I bought a Powerball ticket.
So you went to the Apple store
Yeah.
Yeah.
without, like you actually drove
Yeah.
Yeah.
to Shoppo. You never go to
He's,
Shoppo.
he's
No,
from
never.
Gogglebox. He's a fucking
Does it
thought,
matter?
mate.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
thought-
Did you have you thrown that out there? Do
I
you
was
know who
like, I
am?
actually turned up to the Apple store and I was like, geez, a lot of people in here.
There is, isn't it?
I was like, it's fine. They must all just be shopping, so I'll be able to get an appointment. I was like, I can't be waiting more than 15 minutes. I'll just wait. And so I went up there. I think it was a Friday, and I was like, hey,
Even busiest day.
Yeah.
Of the
Friday. I
week.
just finished work too, so it was 5 o'clock.
As had everybody else that was there.
I'll just pop in.
That's what I thought. And I popped in, and the girl I was like, hey, just need I'd lost some stuff from my Google Drive. And
They went, this is Apple.
no, so I'd lost some stuff from my
This
notes
is why
app.
there's so many appointments. There's fucking Twitter's fucking. I got a mean tweet. How do I delete it?
No, I lost some stuff from my notes app. That's what it was. And so I went in there and was like, hey, this is an Apple, it's an iCloud or whatever, an iOS app. And the girl, I was like, hey, can I just talk to someone about getting all the stuff back?
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, there's an appointment next Tuesday. And I was like, oh, have you got nothing now? And she was like, no.
It's not a barber.
She said, do you want Tuesday 10:15 or Wednesday at 7 p.m.? And I was like, neither
What did
of
you
those.
choose?
No,
What
I
did
didn't
you-
pick either. I just called them up. She was like, you can call. I was like, why didn't you tell
And
me
you
that
said,
in the first place?
where's me notes? Give them back.
Yeah. Oi, did you
Just me
find the
notes.
notes?
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
they
just trying to
came
get into the Dropbox.
Where were they?
I don't know, the guy on the iPhone support guy found him.
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know.
In his
They were
Dropbox.
connected to they're connected to an email address.
No, it's because I had updated my iOS. And then,
iOS 13 causing a lot of issues. with
yeah.
people,
And so I'd lost a lot of the notes, which was like content for our podcast. And I was like, this is semi-important to get back. And then so I called them and then they just reverted back to what my phone was before the update because
So
I'd
lucky
only
you
done it
had,
for
all,
like
you had all the Subway questions.
I was
Yeah.
just going to say lucky. Otherwise, we never would have found out what happened.
what type of bread, what type of sauce.
No, the bread thing's interesting. I'm always an Italian herb and cheese guy.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm a wheat guy usually, but this was the last sub.
Can't believe
The
you went
last
through a
sub.
whole Subway bit without talking about the smell of Subway. You either love it or hate it.
Makes me want to throw up.
It's
So I have
on
to
your,
get in there
it's on
and
your
get out.
fingers. Like
Yeah.
after finishing
Yeah,
a
if
sub,
Tommy's had
a
Subway,
week
he's
later.
fucking you like it? Constant.
Nah, I don't like it.
How do you feel about Macca's brekkie smell?
I like it.
Yeah.
No.
No,
I like it
no.
more than Subway smell.
Yeah. Okay.
What's
you
the
ever had-
bread? There's some kind of thing in the bread that makes it smell identical.
What are your thoughts on like the smell of an orange after you eat it? And
Yeah,
it's
it's
all
good.
on your
Citrus,
hands?
yeah, great.
Nah,
I've got
Simon
a friend.
has
I hate it. I've got a
shoranges.
mate. Yeah, it's called a shorange.
Orange.
I only eat an orange in the shower because I don't want to smell the orange afterwards.
What about like?
Really?
Did you ever play footy?
Yes.
Half time. That was my favourite
Stay
time.
away from it.
Really, no
Nah,
oranges.
I'm not doing it.
Do you
I'm a
get
stinker.
halftime oranges at lacrosse? Simon plays lacrosse.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
It's
Where
the
do you-
most
where do you
niche.
play?
It's the most
For
niche sport
Brunswick.
ever.
Oh, yeah,
Brunswick
great.
lacrosse. Yep.
I've got a mate that played. Where does he play?
Williamstown.
He actually played for. Yeah, near Williamstown. That's a big team.
Altona.
Nah, it's
Footscray?
West Side.
Footscray.
Yeah.
Or what was
West
his name?
Footscray. Jay Cools is in it. Jericho plays for the
Right.
Philippines as well.
He,
Right,
he's also in the
interesting.
doghouse.
Oh yeah, he booked 6 tickets which were free for our event. At 500, he didn't come, and when you've only got 100 people coming,
He books
it was
What?
nearly a whole row.
That's a high percent.
But he's from the
Yeah, that's
Philippines.
6%.
What is
He's
that?
a loose.
Does
he's
that give him
he
a
doesn't
out?
like. Yeah. Well, he's
Is that what they do
So-
in the Philippines?
Yeah, so
book
when-
tickets to events they're not going to.
No,
It's
but-
free, guys. Don't worry about it.
no. But when him and I did a documentary, we went over. He's never made a film in his life, but he was my fixer, and we made a film on fireworks in the Philippines. And he organised the car and all that sort of thing. But yeah, it's just like a bit philo style, a bit fucking loose, a bit
Yeah.
like, we'll see what happens.
Does
Yeah.
he live here or did he
Yeah.
book 6 from the Philippines? And he was like, yeah, I'll fly for
No,
it.
we need to do a full inquiry.
Yeah.
Who are his 5 other mates?
That's what I was
including
wondering.
him?
And he was very specific around, will there be food? Which there was.
Nando's catering.
Specifically for him, and then
Do you think for your thousandth you'll do a bit more vetting for tickets?
Oh, they'll
I think
be
we'll-
high priced.
I think we'll
Weeds
price
out the
them at
fuckwits.
something. Yeah.
That's the thing, though. If
Question number
you
one,
make
are
it
you
free, though,
Filipino?
it doesn't quite work.
Yeah, even $5
Yeah.
just to sort of. Have you guys thought about doing a live event?
No.
I had a thought and then I was like, it was pretty quick. So like,
Yeah.
have I had a thought? Yes. Did I ever done anything for the thought? No.
No. I think maybe one day we probably will. But
What about
it's very not
Gogglebox
in the-
themselves? Like, are they looking to?
Got a Gogglebox live event.
Gogglebox
Just fucking
Live.
sitting watching.
Just sit and sledge people. All right,
Yeah.
come on, get in front.
Like, they haven't
then
thought
have
about
at
that.
'em.
I mean,
What about
Nah,
the
I
theatre
don't think so.
edition?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sitting watching.
Maybe
mate.
the stage show. No, they haven't though. I think because the whole thing is that it's regular people and normal people don't do live stuff. Only big dogs like you guys.
Have they ever had a conversation about, guys, you'll be moving away from the everyman?
You're becoming too big.
Yeah, too big.
No.
Adam's like, no, just say no.
Nah, we're there.
Just shut up.
Yeah.
Just kicking me
Yeah,
under.
you
the table.
both.
No, anytime we will try to be like, hey, I think we should do this.
Yeah.
We'll get a message that be like, guys, just relax.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
be
Stop
yourself.
trying to do benchmarks.
Yeah.
Really.
Just
Get out of the media wall. No one's going to use that phone.
Guys, I see you've set up a media wall behind you at your house. Fucking get rid of that shit.
Is there a little bit of? I mean, it's a weird one because in some ways, sitting and watching TV like Gogglebox, a little bit low status. However, high status because you have this platform where you get to talk shit about shows. At the Logies, do you get a sense that there's certain people that are buttering you up, hoping that if they come on, their show comes on, that you're going to be nice to them?
Well, the first time we went when the meeting of the Simons, I had food poisoning. And so I was literally throwing up in my mouth as we were there talking to people.
Oh.
We were talking to Mel McLaughlin, the Channel 7 cricket commentator.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's perfect. She's the best. She's like,
knows everything about sport.
yeah, she's awesome. And then so we're talking to her and I was like, oh yeah. And I just went,
Oh, do you just swallow?
no, I tried to swallow it. And then you know what? You get the first one down.
Oh, no.
Second one comes back up. Doesn't
Oh,
go back
no.
down as quickly.
Oh,
and so then I had to bolt out. I was like, and then I left Simon to hold the conversation.
Do you know what caused the food poisoning?
Yeah, it was a burrito.
Any specific?
Burrito from
Slam.
Zambreros.
Slander.
Yep, Slander. Yeah.
Good place though. They do a good sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon.
A
I've been
lamb.
back. I've been back since.
Yeah,
But that
Used to-
was
when I lived in Port
Who
Melbourne.
dares wins? Head back. That's where we stop in Albury when we drive up to Sydney.
You can stop by
Zambro
Coro
Road.
if you want. My parents will give you
Yeah,
some food.
were
Yep.
they?
Yep.
Do you
Oh,
need
very
me to
good homemade
deliver them?
sausage rolls, actually.
Really?
Yeah, like
I mean,
supreme.
the problem with these towns, they're all claiming the best sausage roll, the best pie,
Best
the best
vanilla slice.
Ah, yeah. I mean, they've all won it.
Who has the best vanilla slice?
Well,
There's a
Do
place
we
in
know?
Fairfield which claims it.
In
Victoria they claim.
What about the one in Rye?
Tatura.
Portsea?
So when I was living in Shep, we went to Tatura. They've won a bunch of awards for their Tatura Hot Bread is the bakery.
Yeah.
Killer vanilla slice.
That's
Yeah.
like Parker's Pies in Rutherglen. They do
Oh yeah,
best
yeah.
pies in Australia.
Right.
What happened to donuts?
When did
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
Well, it seems like they're on the way out potentially.
There's a
Bree
place
and
on
I-
Brunswick Street that just closed.
Yeah.
Donut Time?
Yes.
Oh, no, the green shop.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just now boarded up.
Yeah, I think they went under. All of their stores went
Did they?
under.
Oh.
Yeah, all of donut time.
Yeah, they went too hard, made too many.
Yeah.
They tried to make the fad of donuts, and everyone went, "It's donuts."
Well, yeah, you wonder about
Relax,
the
yeah.
costing and all that sort of thing. What do you guys do? Like, do you do Uber Eats much?
Yeah. I'm a big Uber Eats guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, foolishly though.
Do you think you're
Yeah.
like daily?
No, not daily. I'm not Fev. Have you
Uh-huh.
heard that
Yeah,
story?
No.
I'm
Fev?
not
Yeah.
fucking
So,
Have you heard the Feb
crazy.
story?
Yeah,
so Fev's like number one Uber Eats customer in Australia. He spent 35 grand on Uber Eats
It was like
last
top
year.
Really?
2%, I think. They were like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
get Uber Eats a lot. And so he contacted Uber or someone from it was like, yeah, we'll look up how high you are. He's like, I've got to spend more money than everyone. And he's in the top 2%.
So
Yeah.
there's, I mean, if you're on
It's impressive,
$600,000,
yeah.
$700,000
Ah.
and you have
Why
4
would you?
kids that you can't be fuck cooking for because it's
Yeah.
a pain,
Yeah.
and they're all, I want this, that. It's like, just
Why would
get
Wait,
in
that's
the
only
app, get in the
$100
app.
a day. If it's a year, was it 35 grand for the year?
No, I think it was in like 6 months.
6 months.
Or less.
Right.
I don't know. It was in a very short period of time. He spent a lot of money.
What do you
Yeah.
reckon you spend on food, including your Uber Eats, a week?
You guys, well, I think we need to work out: are you on the spectrum of super tight, won't pay for anyone's drinks when
Yeah.
you go out, to very generous, paying for everyone? Where
Yeah.
do you guys sit?
I'm a big time tight ass, but just for things like
So you really
buying
appreciate
things-
those beers that I gave you.
loving them sick. No, but then like I will buy lunch every day, but like I just don't like buying.
So you're
stuff.
selfish. It's for yourself.
And so,
Will this keep me alive? Absolutely. Yeah, I'm all in.
Okay, so and what do you give yourself a limit? Do you say it has to be under $10 for lunch?
Yeah, so I think from the supermarket, it will cost me, like if I want to buy lunch or dinner or whatever, a meal, like a steak will be $8, broccoli will be $2. Like I'll get myself up to like $15. So then when I go
That's a
out.
pretty expensive meal from the supermarket.
And then
Yeah,
you
that's
labor
what I mean.
cost.
Yeah, like how much is your time worth?
Yeah.
So then I kind of justify it that way, that if I'm going to eat, I'll try to keep it
Oh, definitely.
around 15 and then I won't feel
Because
guilty.
steaks can get, like, if you want a good quality
Yeah.
steak,
Yeah.
you
So
go to
I've-
Canning's and spend fucking $25.
Number off the
Yeah.
top of your head, what do you reckon you spend on food?
a
Like, have
day?
you budgeted it
I'd
be
for a
about
week?
150
My
a
original
week.
question.
150 a
About
week?
150 a week, I reckon.
Oh.
That's such a
because
standard answer.
when I go
Vanilla,
to
no
cook,
offense.
so I cook probably 80% of the time in our house with my girlfriend, and then I'll cook dinner that'll cost $25 to make, but that'll make 5 serves. So then that's $5 a meal. So I've recently started skipping breakfast, which I know is really bad, but I do it for time constraints. Well, not constraints, but I do it for time. So I wake up when my alarm goes off. I have 12 minutes between eyes open and out the door.
Solid.
What time do you get up?
So I left this morning. I got up at 6:08, and then I was out the door at 6:20. So it's up.
What time's your first client?
First it was 7.
Okay.
So it was just 35-minute drive to work.
Fuck, you're cutting it.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
streamlined.
What are you
Like-
listening to in the
There's
car?
no fat on that.
I do podcasts mostly.
Mhm.
So I've been doing the Daily Talk Show, obviously.
Thanks, man.
Willosophy, Off Menu, and then a few different ones from there. But
What
I
are the
do
different ones?
the Adam and Simon Show.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well done.
A few different. Mix it up.
But the time is 12 minutes from wake up. So it goes eyes open, like alarm goes off, get up, 2 alarms off because there's always a backup alarm, then shower for 6 minutes and then get all my stuff together.
Do you alarm your shower?
Nah.
You just feel it. You
Yeah,
just feel it
because
out
so
for 6
the
minutes.
reason I know that the time for the shower is because if I wash my hair or whatever, and then I do 2 minutes I do toothbrush in the shower,
Yeah.
and then I know that's 2
Oh,
minutes
yeah,
on the toothbrush, and then I'm out.
You
Mate,
would
there's no room
really,
for error.
yeah, you would struggle with the Simpsons routine I've got going.
Yeah.
If you
2 episodes. Like,
There's
I was
no room
stressed.
to slot.
I was
2
literally
episodes.
like, Tommy's not going to be happy, but I can't do anything before 9.
Anything
Going
before
for-
9.
No,
it's ridiculous. Like find a healthy habit, bro.
I think it's great. I mean, the thing is, I'm going to be able to just
He's been avoiding the
deconstruct.
fucking gym.
He went
for-
veggie for
I
a
could-
month.
Yeah, I could. I had a lot of Reese's peanut butter cups. No, but I feel like I'm going to get very good at being able to deconstruct plots.
It's
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a weird flex.
Does it
Really weird
does it
flex.
take you back to like year 11, 12 where
Oh
you
yeah,
like
like media
analysing?
studies or whatever.
Just ruined
Well,
Gattaca for
no,
me.
I was actually no,
Gattaca?
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, I was actually thinking. I mean, it's such a dumb thought, but like, I reckon once a week, I'm like, fuck, if I was doing year 12 now, I'd be great. Like, I reckon, because Mr. 97 is called 97 because he got a 97
yeah,
ATAR,
yeah.
which
Yeah.
was
Did you go?
95 one.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You loser.
Oh, like 81 or something.
81. Yeah, well, so Tommy
Yeah.
never finished school.
Zero,
Zero,
bro.
bro.
Yeah.
No, that's not
And-
zero. That's just like it's
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
squiggly
I think
line.
they say-
Losing's the new winning.
Yeah. I think they just say NA, not apparent.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
Not
was just-
assessed.
not assessed.
Yeah.
I think could it be not apparent as well? Or
No,
not
they
assessed?
didn't even get to the not assessed because I didn't even make it to year 12. So they literally,
year did
I
you
was
finish?
out the books. I
Year
was
7,
erased. No, year 11. Yeah,
There's
yeah.
always that classic story when if you got below 25, you had to click, are you sure you really want to know your enter score?
Oh, really?
really?
Yeah, because there was a rumor there was a couple of kids at our school who got 12.
Yeah,
And so
that
it was
was
like-
my mates. So there was me and one other friend who we got about the same. And then we had like 6 others in our group. And if you added their scores up, it would make the
81.
same score as my other mate who got like 85.
Did you do VCal?
Started. I mean, I didn't even really give that a crack, which
Yeah.
was that's just
You just go
phoning it in
outside,
at that
don't you?
point. I nearly
Just
got in
plant
a punch
trees?
up with my automotives teacher.
Why?
He was an old Vietnam vet, and he just got in my face, and I was just getting in his.
Is that
It was
automotive for
great.
VCal or automotive for VCE?
No,
Or like-
VCal.
VCal.
Right, okay.
We're
Yeah.
just
What's the,
fucking
what's, the,
around.
what's the difference?
That's
No
what I was
exam?
going to say. We didn't have automotive at
Oh,
VCE.
yeah, definitely
No,
not.
it's a
no,
VCal
yeah, it's a
thing.
VCal thing.
Yeah.
But what do you know about cars now?
No, it wasn't even about cars. It was like tinkering with fucking. How do you take this piston out? Not even that. Like it was so loose, so loose.
Mate,
it was like
that sounds like car stuff. Now, how's your car?
No,
Is your
it-
completely written off?
It's Gonski's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Astra was
I
it?
had an Astra. Yeah.
Zippy. It was
and
very zippy.
Yeah. So we told a story on the podcast that my Astra parked out the front of my girlfriend's house. She lived on a hill with her family home. And then we went in for family dinner and everything. And then at like 9 o'clock at night, her brother-in-law came inside. He's like, Simon, why have you parked your car so weird? I'm like, what?
Oh, no.
What do you mean? And walked outside, and my car had rolled backwards down the hill and crossed both roads and mounted the curb on the other side. So
it
there was
didn't
just
hit
like
anything.
what's it? No, it didn't hit anything.
Oh,
It hit a tree.
dude.
Hit like reversed into a tree. And then so it was just like 3 wheels on like the gutter and 1 wheel off, just like spinning.
Bearing in mind, this was like 9 months ago.
Yeah.
I love that he gave you the benefit of the doubt, mate. You parked weird.
That's a really weird way to park.
In the States, there's like rules in a lot of these places. San Francisco, you have to turn your wheels. So it's like the sign says
Yeah.
wheels, like,
I didn't know that was a thing until after this, and then
Yeah,
I would
and
turn
you-
my wheel all the time. So
So
I'd
I'm
still
also,
chalk it up.
He also
with
had to
bricks.
carry a brick in the back of his
Yeah.
car
Yeah.
to put in front of the wheel so it wouldn't wheel down.
manual or not.
auto.
Because a lot of people with manuals get
You
into
put
the,
in the first.
leave it in
Yeah.
first,
Nah,
turn
this
it
was
off.
an auto.
lock
That's a good
it.
idea.
No, it's just an auto. Just
Jeez.
really struggling.
So your 10 seasons is in, boys. It seems like you just kind of you're riding it. Are
Yeah.
you- another 10 seasons.
On the
What's the,
wave.
what's the?
Yeah.
It's an easy job. It's a very, very
yeah.
easy job.
It's like, hey, do you want to just watch TV with your mate twice a week for 3 months? Okay, sure. What are we watching? Yeah, you don't even have to choose.
It's actually really good on a basic level because when you become an adult, you don't get to see your friends that much, and when you have real jobs, you don't get to see your friends that much. Whereas we are forced to hang out for 6 months a year, and so like the girlfriends and family and stuff, they're like, "Sorry, I got to go to work," which is going to work with to hang out.
Yeah.
Can you eat whatever you want during the show?
Yeah.
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 Eat what you want, drink what you want.
Adam won't eat though. Makes him sluggish.
Yeah, it makes me sleepy.
Oh, really?
Feels a bit flat.
Yeah.
Alcohol?
Yeah, you can have it, but makes you sleepy.
Yeah,
as well.
so we
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first season we would drink wines and stuff, and then for the last half just be like, I want to sleep. This is
Yeah,
so
yeah,
boring.
Because sometimes you're filming on a Sunday night. If
Yeah.
you're watching a Sunday night show, and if you have like 4 beers, I don't want to be hungover for work.
No.
Yeah.
Have,
Yeah, that's
have
true.
you Have you thought about doing the entertainment stuff full time? Because I know you guys are doing the Sunday experiment on the
Yep.
Hit Network.
Yep.
So you've done what, 2 or 4?
Three.
Three
Three
out
down.
Three,
of
Yeah.
6.
Yep.
We've still got a job.
And
Yeah.
so are you thinking about when would you potentially give up the physio thing to be
Probably when the right thing comes around, I guess.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'd drop it in a heartbeat if someone was like, "Here's $2 million to host something." I'd be like, "Yeah, sure."
No worries. But it's probably when more like the entertainment stuff
Mhm.
starts filling more time than the physio stuff.
Yeah.
Because you've got to pay bills.
Mhm.
I've got to buy a car. So
Yeah.
What are you
I
going
need
to
money.
get?
I don't know. I don't really want to buy a car. So
It's annoying,
So you remember
isn't it?
Tyler?
it's
Yeah.
tighter.
Yeah.
So I'm
The
like,
i30 is a very good
Yeah.
car.
yeah.
I've got an i30, love it.
You love it?
Hyundai.
Yeah.
Do you buy
Yeah.
it new? Because are you
Second-
tossing up between new and?
Secondhand, 15 grand.
Yeah,
that's right in his budget.
Yeah.
Right in my
It's
wheelhouse.
fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Did you go private or did you go from a?
I got it from
A dealer.
Dandenong, fucking Bore and Holden.
Perfect.
You can't finance a private car. It's harder.
What do you, as in,
Right.
So
okay,
the,
sure.
if you can
Yes.
get
You
just need
finance
cash.
for a
Yeah,
dealership,
sure.
so it's
Yeah,
much
that's a good
easier
point
to
too.
get. So
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
go dealership, then you can get like a warranty or something.
Yeah.
But they actually fucked me, Bore and Holden, Dandenong. But it all got cleaned up. No, I'm actually, even though we've got a podcast, we're very uncommercial in regards to, we talk about so much shit that we're actually losing potential sponsors. at a
Yeah,
rapid
as you
We
rate.
talk
talk about everything else.
That's very
Yeah,
much
yeah,
our
yeah.
podcast as well.
Specifically, the domain name I owned pacifichealthclub.com.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you just pick that randomly? You're like, someone's going to want this in the future.
No, it's because I was a member at their gym, and they on sign up they said because you're part of an apartment block, you won't, when your lease runs out, you can quit, and you won't have to pay a fee.
Yeah.
And then they charged me $200, and I said, if you charge me $200, they had South Pacific HC like healthclub.com. And I initially said, I'm going to spend $200 on Facebook ads telling everyone why you're fuckheads, right?
Yeah.
And they said, whatever. So I did that. It's like, okay, it's not working. And then so I bought the domain name and
So I
I
spent
put a
$400.
I put a website up. And anyway, they said, okay, you take the website down, we give you $200 back.
And you're like, I've already spent four. So
Yeah. So I definitely lost, but I also won.
yeah.
But
He's a
no-
nasty little fucker.
I was
Isn't
going to
he?
say, but did you win?
Yeah, no, I definitely won. Because yeah.
You didn't win.
He won the moral.
Yeah.
You won the moral.
And so the thing that happened with Bore and Holden, this is something to keep in mind. I guess it was a honest mistake, but you've got the year in which the car comes into the country
Yeah.
versus
Versus
like
when it was
landed,
made.
when it was
I
made.
did not know that.
Yeah.
And so the thing is that they could promote a 2015 car.
Yep.
That was actually 2014.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So is the key to look for like 2014 model, like the word model after?
No, and so this was the clusterfuck. So yeah, you want to look at like the engine thing, like it's inside the door. I
Just
think
ask the guy who
potentially.
had automotives.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking the piston's got nothing to do with cars. Nothing to do with
Mate.
cars.
You didn't let me fucking
Yeah.
finish my story.
What was the end of it?
Oh, we were working on lawnmowers. Like
Oh.
literally,
It's an
you
engine.
had to like rebuild lawnmowers,
Yeah.
so it had nothing to do
A
with
drive
cars.
on, like a drive.
No.
Okay. Because if you could drive it,
No,
I would argue.
a Vector 180 or something. Is it
Victor?
Victor? Fuck. You did automotive? You work on cars?
See you there.
No, but so what happened was they took the details of a 2015 or whatever model,
Yeah.
which said rear camera, all that sort of thing, on the listing, but
Yeah.
then it was a 2014 model. And so anyway, I...
He bought the domain name.
Yeah, yeah.
Warren Holden.
So give me 200 bucks.
Extorted them. He got
Facebook
80K out of them.
No, so
Drives an Audi now.
I've got an SS, an HS, I've got an HSV.
Yeah, Senator.
Sport,
A fucking Senator.
Yeah, the fucking
Full leather. Continental rims.
So I do Uber Black.
Boys, thank you so much for coming in. This was fun.
Our pleasure. That was really fun.
Thanks for having us.
Adam and Simon, if you just type in that on Apple Podcasts, Simon with a Y,
Yes.
and you'll find it there every Tuesday, also known as
Tuesdays.
Wayne.
Correct.
Tuesday, Wayne.
Yep.
Every Wayne. Yes. So thanks for having us, guys.
When's the next season of Gogglebox?
Start of next year?
yeah.
Yeah.
January-ish.
Yep.
Something like
January,
that.
February. When the TV's on in the next year.
Do you feel the pressure to watch
Not the
TV
tennis.
before?
No.
Nah.
I've been really impressed. I just got the Apple TV, the new one. I'm impressed with all the catch-up shit.
Yeah.
Like being able to watch, like, Have You Been Paying Attention? Great show, by the way.
Oh, very funny.
yeah.
Very funny.
Just press play and it plays.
Good stuff.
It's the future.
Good UX.
Yeah, it's
Good UX.
yeah,
Just
the
press
UX.
play
UX.
and it plays.
Yeah,
It's
amazing.
No, but very quickly, when I was watching last weekend, Hamish and Andy's Perfect Holiday, which is fucking great, I was doing a test with whether the stream or the TV was going to be quicker in regards to latency.
It makes him seem like he has heaps of time on his hands. And he's fucking seriously.
but no, the stream is
Nothing
slower.
before 9 a.m. though.
Yeah, the stream is slower. But anyway, tomorrow I'll do a bit of a Simpsons wrap up of episode 20.
Yeah.
It'll be
I'll
season
tell
29, episode.
you. 1. Yeah.
No, shouldn't you start from the end?
End.
Season 29, episode 22 or
Working
something?
back.
Oh, you got to be fucking kidding me. No, I did that. 29, episode 21. A little teaser. Bart invited Lisa to take an intelligence test on his computer. Anyway, it's a Daily Talk Show. Hi at thedailytalkshow.com is the email address. If you've enjoyed the show, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Otherwise, see you tomorrow, guys.
See you guys.
See you later.